barbarian.
Right, sure, okay.
Hello, welcome to week something or other of the West Marches. What week was it? Hey JP, I was there. I was ready. Oh, nice. They can't hear you out on stream, so we're just talking to nobody. Yeah, awesome. That's super cool. JP's talking to us. He's just like railing and ranting against Zeke and Strippin. It's amazing. You guys should hear it. Welcome to week 25 of the West Marches. Ellohime, what's your character's name?
My character's name is Cypress. Well, you can call him Cypress. I will not divulge his real name.
That starts with a C. Good, cool.
It's actually on the stream, so you might as well just divulge the whole. It's art.
The stream already knows.
You didn't I guess fuck me then. Here we are.
Fuck me, right?
Yeah, fuck me, right?
That's okay. It's all good. Cool. All right, good. I was just saving out some character tokens for y'all. So welcome to week 25 of the West Marches. I'm super stoked. I think we've got some cool stuff for y'all here today. How have y'all been? What have y'all been up to? It's been quite a long time since we had our last West Marches episode. 3 weeks, looks like? Something like that. Maybe
Has
4.
it been?
Yeah. What happened last time? Who was there? I think it was Gallahan, right?
I was there. We hit the jackpot.
You fucking jerk off.
We hit
just
the jackpot.
like hit the mother load and I wasn't there.
Thousands of gold and we got some awesome loot. And I think Gallahan has got the most experience now in the West Marches. I think he's finally beat Kellen.
He's very close to Kellen.
What are you at?
I know, I'm at like 4.7.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jesus. I think I'm only like 3.8.
Yeah.
Turns out killing a big old wizard is a serious thing.
That is so fucking lame, dude.
Yeah. So basically, last session we won D&D, so it can only go downhill from there.
Man,
Right.
Zeke, you just need to get like Adam to carry you through D&D. It's cool.
Ah, shots.
No, how about invite me to the quest where like this shit happens?
Oh man, ooh,
God.
Man, I don't know what happened, but there seems to be a lot of animosity here.
Yeah, no, today's
I heard
stream is going to be
about
a real aggressive one.
I just heard about how happy everyone was with this. Like, oh my god, that last adventure, we just killed everything and like we
so
own
much money.
the town.
We convinced a giant brass dragon to kill a mage, and then
you guys just soaked up XP
all of the
on the side.
mage's loot and spoils and his experience without actually fighting him.
So and that's the thing. I talked my way out of a giant. I remember last time, and I didn't get dick for it. No experience.
Yep. Yeah. And you lost loot. Negative loot, 0 XP for talking your way out of a giant.
Out of a giant?
I wasn't in it.
From inside of the giant?
Yeah. He was going to get gianted. He talked his way out of getting gianted.
Gotcha.
It was American.
So the reward you earned there, Zeke, is that you got to keep living.
Yeah.
it's a reward in itself in the West Marches, really.
It is.
When you think about how many characters have died.
Very true.
So like it's been a while since we've seen y'all. Some TwitchCon's gone up and down. How was that for y'all? Ello, this is your first time on the show. Welcome to the show, Ello.
Thank you. It is an honor to be here. Speaking of TwitchCon, the only reason I'm here is because I got a little drunk the last night and like pulled JP aside. I'm like, hey man, I really want to be on West Marches and you've never invited me. And I'm like all like teary eyed and shit. And I'm like, hey, I just gotta talk to you. So I'm just here I am and blah blah blah. So yeah, no, TwitchCon was an amazing experience for me personally. I was proposed to by my girlfriend.
Yeah,
the very first night. Thank you. I'm very lucky, and then went on to play in the H1Z1 Invitational, which I got 5th place in, and then I got to meet all the viewers and everybody. So the TwitchCon weekend for me was surreal. I was walking around in like this out of body experience. I was so happy, and I got to hang out with like you guys, some of my favorite people, and had all the viewers and Proposal and H1Z1. So it was great for me. So I had a blast. Well, what about you guys?
Zeke,
I had fun.
Y'all were at.
I had fun.
I had fun.
No, I was like, I was working. It was awesome. I was busy the whole time. It was great.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think I saw you for that panel for like 2 seconds when we did the building communities, and that was it. And I saw you outside of Monster Cat for like 2 seconds. Yep. That day.
So, like, what is that like for you? Like, are you just running from thing to thing and meeting all sorts of people and figuring out what you're going to play on stream next, that kind of thing? Zeke?
Pretty much.
Awesome.
It was like call was at 9.
Mm-hmm.
Divvy up the schedule. Say like, okay, you do this time, you do this time. You get like 45 minutes. You get an hour in between this and this, and then like the main thing closed, and then you got your meet and greet here. You got your panel. Then like Friday, I didn't stop moving until like 10.
Yeah, that's a long day.
It was awesome, man. I had a blast.
It looked like so much fun. I was just watching from the outside, but like watching everybody's Twitter, watching some of the panels, watching the H1Z1 Invitational, it was just super blast. It was awesome.
It was crazy the way they had it set up. It was like perfect because there was only 3 floors, right? And they had these escalators that went up in the middle, like, and they all crossed each other. So whenever you were going to and from things, or you were going to the next level or going down a level, whatever, you were like crossing paths with everybody that that maybe you didn't get to see. So it was like, hey neighbor, what's going on? As you're like passing each other on the, the escalators going opposite ways. And it was one of those conventions where you don't hurt your feet once you're done walking around, because it's all kind of in just one little compact area. I say little, but 3 floors, little compared to like Prime or something. So it's nice and cozy, wasn't too crazy. But I do echo Zeke's kind of stress running around all over the place. They worked us to the bone, man. And it was good though. It was good to stay active and running around and meeting people and all that stuff. But yeah
like every day
cool.
was like, you felt like it was like exhaustion, but it was like after sex exhaustion. So it was like really satisfying.
A super productive
Exactly.
feeling.
Yeah,
That's because
like
Zeke
sex.
actually had sex
Super
with most of his
productive.
viewers.
Yeah. That's
Super reproductive.
That's all it was.
No, you just lay back. When you get to the hotel, you're just like, oh man, that was a day.
Yeah, it's almost like you wish it would go one more day into Sunday, but like at the same time as you say it, you're like, I wish it would go one more day, So
Awesome. I feel it. Like the only cons I've ever been to are PAX East last year and PAX Prime this year, but I feel like I missed out. I should have gone. It would have been really awesome. Strippin, were you at TwitchCon this year too? All right,
man. I got a shout out from the guys during the drop panels frame, much to JP's dismay, and I did a 24-hour live stream actually while TwitchCon was happening, and
Awesome.
the support was just off the chain. It was crazy,
through the roof.
Yeah,
So
like,
I actually
it's like twice as many viewers as I've ever had. It was
Yep.
it was insane. It was so great.
I streamed some last weekend myself. I started streaming Soma, and I had like 1,000 viewers for that. And I don't get 1,000 viewers, guys. I get like 300. So
Except
that
when
was
you cook.
except when I cook, which was also
you
that
cook.
weekend. So it's like I'm blaming it on that weekend. So yeah,
Yeah, it was a magical weekend for those of us who didn't attend.
it was super
Also.
magical.
There's so much magic everywhere. We all had a great weekend. Wow, guys.
It was awesome. I hope
Yes.
everybody out there had a
Yes.
great weekend too. Yeah, man. Like Ello, I know that we already passed you, but I want to come back to you because I want to let chat know that the first time I met Ello was actually at PAX East. Like, how long had you been streaming at that point, Ello?
I guess it had been about PAX East about 9 or 10 months,
Yeah.
It was still very early on. It was that PAX
Yeah.
East that really kind of opened it up. Like that's when I first started hanging out with Sacriel and Shannon. That's when I started to meet Twitch folks. So it was kind of crazy. And it was even more insane because I had actually seen Steven DM.
Yeah.
And I was a real fan of his DMing, and I happened to see him. We had like gone off to the side, and I just happened to see him standing there. And I walked up, and I was like, I know you from somewhere. I couldn't place it at the time, and we just hit it off like right there. So I'm super excited because I'm a big fan of Steven's DM style, and so this has been like a long time coming for me. I've wanted to play in a campaign of his for a while. So.
Yep, absolutely, and I'm super stoked to have you on board. Let me think.
What's McGloop?
What is McGloop? So like last time,
JP's character Poe made a stupid joke in our last mission, and for some reason people thought it was way funnier than it was. So now
it's
now
pretty
everyone
damn
just
funny.
keeps calling me McGloop because that's what he said Galahad's name was to a dwarf.
Yeah.
So his name was Magloop.
It was pretty good. That's a pretty good joke.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yep. Co, we haven't heard too much from you. What have you been up to recently? How's your week back from TwitchCon gone?
It's been great, man. Been doing October stuff, scary games, playing through a lot of things that I had shelved for a while. It's been an intense last few days, to say the least. Still recovering every day. Finished until dawn this morning. Holy shit.
How was it?
It's
Dude,
PS4 exclusive, right?
It's good. Yeah, I was there were some scenes in that I was not prepared for. They really kind of go for gold in a few of those scenes. But yeah, it's fun. It was really fun. And I made a lot of decisions I wouldn't normally make, which kind of I think made it pretty interesting. So yeah, really good game. I recommend it.
Question. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Steven.
Oh, I was just gonna ask, like, did you do that on purpose, like for a specific reason or anything?
A few of them I did. There were a few of them that I kind of looked at the choice and I was like, all right, I'm sure that most people are going to select this because this character is, like a total bitch or something. So I'm going to do this just to see, like what happens and things like that. But yeah. There were definitely a couple times when it did not work in my favor, and very quickly in a couple cases.
Is the dialogue like campy? Like, is it? I'm kind of hoping it is.
Yes.
Okay, that's all. I want like the typical, like, I don't know, like 80s horror, like 90s kind of horror dialogue.
In for a great time in that case. Yes,
I just got my Mage Well. I ordered it like 2 days ago, so I'm super excited because once it comes in, that's the first game I'm playing. And as a person who hasn't been able to get audio right on his capture card for consoles, this is really exciting for me. I've been waiting a while to play Until Dawn, and everyone keeps badgering me about it. And I want to play. I just don't want to do it with audio issues because it's like one of those games you're just not going to get away with it. Like Bloodborne, you can kind of get away with a little bit of an audio delay or something like that. The sword swing, whatever. But like in a dialogue-heavy game, I just couldn't see myself doing it. So I'm super excited. To play it. That's encouraging. But
How long has it been out? Until Dawn?
Months.
Really?
It's been a couple to a few months.
Dang. Who's playing Crowlin Fall? I think that's
Kobe be terrible
that's
at it today.
Yeah.
That's Co. Did you put your
Crowlin Fall.
HP in your character sheet?
Oh, yes. I need to do that still.
Oh shit.
Please do so.
Which is how do we do that?
There's that big heart, and you just
Yes.
type in your hit point value.
And where do we get there?
You're a wizard, right? So it should be 6 plus your Constitution bonus for a
Perfect.
total of 8.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. I don't want to interrupt things too aggressively here. There's one thing that we should definitely make sure that we shout out while we're in the intro here, which is that Clever Girl Savvy is doing a West Marches T-shirt.
I saw her drawing that yesterday.
Did y'all see the stream that she was doing?
I saw a bit of it. It was great.
Yeah, it looks super cool. So you should take a look at that if you get the chance to. Her stream is twitch.tv/clevagirl, CLEVAGURL. And JP was telling me that the campaign for the shirt will most likely go live Monday or Tuesday next week. So if you want to see what she's working with in the meantime, definitely head over to her channel and check it out. It's looking really promising. And we got a whole bunch of ideas from the community over on the subreddit. So that's been a really fun thing for me to see, at least.
It looks really cool so far.
Yep. Well, you guys want to play some game?
I'm game.
Yeah!
You get it? Because
Right.
we're game. But we're playing a
Good.
game.
So, yeah, like let's meet each of you individually and just hear like a quick 2-minute background for each of you, just so that we know like what you look like and how you act and why you came to Viraskali. Strippin, let's start with you.
Are we just having like a little character breakdown?
Yeah, totally. Like, what do you look like? Where are you from? What brought you to Viraskali? What's your deal?
Okay.
What's your class? What's your equipment?
What's your dealio?
Yeah.
My character is called Esme.
Yeah.
She's a warlock, but she's like a little kid. She's
So it's with a Z sound then.
We can say Esme, like whatever. Yeah. This is a language barrier here. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. She's 9. Little bit of backstory. She's from a line of warlocks who would patron to Archphase when they were quite young. Her ritual was age 7. Someone kind of tampered with it a little bit. It went wrong, and she patroned to a great old one. And as a result, her parents who were in the room were killed. Her parents were in possession of a half-orc warrior they trained from like boyhood as kind of like a slave. And recognizing Esme as his new master, and his name is Pain, and Zeke will tell you a bit about him, they basically wander the land together, and he acts as like her shield and her sword. She's a tiefling, so she is pretty short. She's around 4 foot, and she's quite slim. She's got very long jet black hair that reaches like around her waist, and she's got flesh-colored horns that look like ram horns and a tail. Her skin's fair, but with like a pinkish hue, and she wears an adult-sized black cloak that's been torn at the bottom, probably by Pain, to accommodate her tiny size.
Awesome. What brought you to Virascali, Esme? You're just wandering the lands looking for...
Yeah, we're just wandering the lands. We get money. We look for fun, adventure. There's not really any reason for it, but like, yeah, we've come to Virascali. I normally ride on Pain's shoulder.
Awesome.
When we walk around. Yeah, like that.
So, Pain, are you like, you're always in the presence of Esme then?
Yes. It's kind of a brainwashed, like I don't know, indentured servitude, slave to Esme's character. Basically, the basic backstory is their people like destroyed my tribe, and at a very, very young age, I was left as a lone child survivor, and they brought me back and raised me in servitude to Esme from birth, like, because how old are you, Strippin? 7?
9.
9, there you go. So basically from the age of like 8 for me, or 7 for me, like I was raised by them to be her protector and that kind of thing. It's kind of like like we were saying before, kind of like a blaster master kind of relationship. Yeah. So I do anything she says, anything she wants, because like I don't know any different. Like my whole life has just been nothing but servitude. I'm not educated. I don't know how to read. I speak in low, like servile, like manner of speaking. I'm huge. I'm 7 feet 1, and just nothing but muscles. Because it was like wake up, train, follow Esme. Wake up, train, follow Esme, and that was it. That's been my entire life for 10 years or whatever.
Like the Unsullied.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Were you like primarily...
I follow her word without question, without like saying a word to the opposite, whatever. If she says go like knock down the tree with your face, I would do that.
Yeah. Was your training primarily as like a bodyguard? That was the function you performed for Esme's family?
Yes, bodyguard and attack dog.
And attack dog. That's a powerful weapon to place in the hands of a 9-year-old girl.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Basically, I mean, I can talk and stuff, but basically, I'm an extension of Esme's. Like, I'm like her weapon.
Yeah.
Like sword and shield, like she said, like Strippin said. But if any, and I don't know, like if this is something that anybody needs to know, but if anyone like threatens or comes close to her and it looks like she's in any sort of trouble, I flip the fuck out.
Yeah. So like what are you wearing? What's on you? Are you a half orc? Is that your race?
Yes, half orc. Sorry, yes, half orc.
Cool.
So I'm wearing nothing. I've got no armor. I'm wearing just like bags, just regular tunic clothes. No, nothing like they're slave clothes.
Yeah.
Except I have a backpack with equipment for like camping and shit. And I also have like the biggest like 25-pound maul that I just kind of like carry around with me all the time.
Damn. So you cut a very intimidating looking figure for sure.
Yes, and he's dark, tall, 7'1", tall, dark gray skin, and bald.
Cool. So, Ko, who are you playing today?
Today I am playing Kraylin Frawl. And he is an older guy, slow voice. He's polite, dislikes narcissism, and he's from a small, mischievous community called Sar Howl, which is actually kind of like this little mage getaway where it's a bunch of guys basically that have been exiled from their various pursuits wherever they may be, and they've all come together to kind of do no questions asked magic research. They kind of all do their thing. They all kind of use the same supplies and that kind of stuff. Him and it's actually primarily other elven wizards do nothing but kind of sit there and hone their craft. And every year, either the newest member of their group or the newest person to come in is sent out for a 6-month period to get supplies, establish trade routes, gold, and stuff like that. But yeah,
is that what you're doing now?
Yes, that is what my character is doing now. He is out primarily looking for trade routes, areas that they can get supplies back to the camp to kind of keep everything going. They barely ever speak, so he kind of speaks a little slower than normal. He doesn't really converse well with a lot of people. A good way to think about him is he's kind of in between the dude from Big Lebowski and Gandalf, a little bit more on the dude side.
Cool.
And he kind of slowly talks in a thoughtful manner, but very rarely completes it cogently.
I see.
And he also tries to use big words and frequently just makes them up in an effort to do it.
Let's see here. I've just switched you over to another screen. You can probably see that now.
Yes.
You guys can see like this large radius of light around the red dot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool. So Kraylin, I don't know where Sar Howl is. Can you just ping on the map where you'd like that to be?
Sure. It is right down. How do I ping?
If you click and hold.
Right down
there in the forests. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna put it in here. Sar Howl. I'm gonna write that down.
Deckard Baindolf. Yes, Deckard Baindolf. Please find me the Herodric Cube, friends.
How do you spell Sar Howl?
SAR''HOWL.
Cool, awesome. It is there. It's on the map. Fantastic.
The camp of exiled mages.
Damn it. This thing refuses to go where I want it to be. I know there's a way to get it done right. There we go.
The Wanderer.
The Wanderer, Bane. Excellent.
Yeah, born in the woods.
Went to the west for some foul purpose.
What would you be going to the west for?
Just saying, this new map thing you got going on is awesome.
It's pretty slick. I like it a lot.
This is really slick.
All right. So, and Ello, who are you playing today?
I am playing Casper Tooley, but his nature-given name is Cypress. He is an older gentleman of 64 years, and he's got brown hair, blue eyes. His skin's very sun-tanned, maybe even a little dirty. He is from the Northeast. There was a sort of he's been around a long time, and in the past there was some warfare in his local town. He kind of grew up very close to nature. His family, farmers, fishermen, basically the village there. And some horrific shit happened to him, and he wanted to get out of there. So he escaped into the woods, and he is completely against violence, at least for himself. He doesn't believe in controlling others' emotions or actions, but he believes in controlling his own. And so he makes sure to remain a pacifist and nonviolent. He spent a lot of years on his own studying herbalism and medicine as best as he can. He is in search. What had brought him out of this was he thinks, at least, that he has discovered a special plant called the Omega Leaf, is what he calls it. and he believes that this leaf will bring peace to a lot of the dozens of the land. And sorry, I'm not familiar with the name of this main point. What is it again?
Veriscali.
Veriscali, yes, thank you. So he is in search of the Omega Leaf, and he is a he's a stubborn guy, but he means well, and I can't wait to show you guys more. Cool. So
stubborn but means well. So Cypress, when you put out the ad in Veriscali, when you put out the call asking for adventurers to meet you at Frelka's Tavern, what did that look like? Did you get like a town crier to go around and just like beat drums, or did you like put up flyers, or what?
I just kind of walked around and kind of spread the word, just word of mouth, looking for adventurers, tell them if they're seeking adventure to meet me in the tavern. It wasn't anything sophisticated. He doesn't really necessarily understand society. So he just kind of haphazardly walked up to people at random and said, if you know anyone, tell them to meet here. And that's pretty much what he did for, a couple days, just trying to get the word out there. So that was it.
Cool. Did you did you give, when you were just like telling random people, like there was probably like a kid playing with a ball and you were like, hello, child, if you know anyone who would like to go on an adventure, tell them that blah, blah, blah. What did you tell them to lure people into this idea of going on this adventure? Did you distribute any details, or were you just like, adventurers wanted, willing to pay, be there?
Very ambiguous.
Okay.
I wanted them to be curious, so I didn't explain too much. I figured I would do the explaining in the tavern. So yeah, I just walked up and said that there was a quest, a promise of reward, and that we needed able adventurers, and that's about it.
Awesome. Okay, so Esme, when you heard of this, like, how did you hear of it? Who talked to you to get this idea in your head?
So I think a lot of our adventures are a case of Payne being aware that we need money, but like pitching it to me like it's a fun thing to do.
So Payne
tries to take like the stress away from the situation.
So Payne, he does have sort of a knowledge of what needs to be done to survive, and he's not like criminally stupid or anything like that. He's
No. It's his knowledge is lacking. His wisdom is fine, basically.
Yeah.
Like he's like got common sense, but like I don't know how to read. I don't know how to write. I wouldn't know what a spell looked like if it's casted at me.
Yeah. So this was a similar situation where Payne had heard of this. Payne was like, we're running out of money, pocket's a little light. Wouldn't it be fun for us to go do this thing?
He wouldn't even tell me we were running out of money. He would just be like, this could be a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, yeah, I'm bored. Let's do it.
Payne, what is that like for you when was it the realization that you two are running out of money that caused you to latch onto this idea, or was there something else about this adventure that sparked your curiosity?
Well, I think Payne lives for combat. Like that's what he's good at. It's basically the only thing he's good at. So if he heard of an opportunity to make money, which we need, and to kill things, I think Payne is in.
Did you hear from it directly from Cypress?
I don't think so. I don't think like anybody wants to talk to me.
Okay, so like, maybe you heard.
Scary. I think I probably heard from like just sitting or standing
other
somewhere,
people
heard it,
talking
and then
about it or something.
Yeah, and then I relate it to Esme.
Yeah. Okay.
Did you see? Who I just call Master, I guess.
Did you see Cypress going around talking about this? Like, what was your impression?
Do you want to play it out?
Well, I'm just curious, like, what was your impression of this, like, hippie druid who's like...
Can I answer that question? Yes, we want to see you play it out.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely, totally. So, Cypress, you're walking through the center of town. You've just passed a pair of huge statues. One of them is like it's like 12 feet tall, but it's shorter than like the 15-foot tall person next to it. They're carved out of wood. One of them is like very fancily and finely dressed half-elven man who's got a bow strung on his back. And he's very fair of face. He's very clearly a well-maintained individual. And then like on the other side, there's like this bulkier but meaner, leaner looking, maybe like more wilder looking human man. He's got like a big cloak drawn over him. He's got like a necklace that's got a big spike in the center of it, and it's got teeth all around. It's got like a scar down the side of his face. You just passed that, and now you're in the center of town, where there's like a fountain, sort of like just water, splashing into the fountain. There's a couple people around. Like, who do you approach to tell about this? And Payne, where are you in relation to this scene?
I'm with Esme wherever we are.
So maybe like, is Esme playing with one of the kids who are like near the fountain, or like sitting off to the side feeling lonely about not getting to play with the kids?
Esme doesn't play with the kids.
Okay.
She doesn't play with the kids.
Yeah.
So y'all are
standing next to the statue.
Yeah. All right.
I think
he's watching Esme, and she's like stuffing her face with a bit of bread.
Yeah. This
sat by the feet.
This weird-looking older man walks past you. Like, what do you look like, Cypress? Brown hair, blue eyes. Do you have like a scruffy beard? Do you look like you're fresh out of the woods, or are you fairly clean?
I actually look like I'm fresh out of the woods. I do have a bit of a beard that actually is a little bit more colorful than it's a little peppery, but for 64 it's pretty good. I still have a lot of color in my beard. It is very scruffy. It looks unkempt. I'm skinny. I'm about 5'9". I wouldn't say that I stink. I feel I have a earthy aroma. Okay. I wouldn't necessarily say that I stink. I would say that it smells very much of nature and the musk of that.
Forest musk.
Yes,
Forest
exactly. A musk, definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
And so we hear him like asking around.
Well, I'm curious. Like, Kraylin, are you there? Is this how you heard of it? Like, is this the scene where Kraylin gets told about this adventure?
I was walking through this town, kind of looking for ways to make money, and I heard of a man that was looking for a leaf, and that immediately gauged my interest because a couple of the mages back at my camp found some very lucrative financial avenues through different types of leaves, and I was thinking maybe if this was one that had never been heard of, that I could pursue and see where that is.
Yeah. All right. So like, maybe you're off to the side, nearby, and Cypress, you've just approached one of the town's like guardsmen who are just sort of patrolling around the fountain. He's kind of a young lad. He's like 17. He's wearing a short sword like he's never worn one before. But he's come into like his growth spurt, so he's muscular in the way that like young guys can be without very much effort at all. And I guess maybe he catches your eye because you notice that he's a well-formed youth with a weapon. How do you approach him? Cypress.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I go actually immediately to Payne. I see him, and I see the
you like walk past Payne, see this like fresh young lad, sword he doesn't really know how to use, kind of patrolling around with a little bit of swagger, and you just like turn over your shoulder, and just walk straight over to Payne.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. Awesome. As soon as I see Payne, I kind of beeline it like right for him.
Cool.
'Cause he looks like the kind of guy that can get some shit done.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I just I walk up and I just introduce myself, and I'll go ahead and start that dialogue. I can't wait to see this fucking. Hey, excuse me, man. Can I bother you for just a moment of your time, man? Just please.
Master, this one wishes to talk.
I'm like looking.
So I grab Esme up and like then just hold her like this, so she's standing eye to eye with you, like in front of me.
It's like a chair. I'm just eating
exactly,
bread.
or like a chair. There you go, sitting on my hands, just like that, so you can talk face to face.
Well, like, okay, man. Like, yeah. Your daughter is she's adorable, man. But like, here, hold on. I think I might have something for her, and I pull out like a little wood carving. Here you go, little.
Oh, wait. If you're reaching for your pocket, I grab your arm like as quick as I can to stop you from like pulling out a dagger.
Whoa, bro, non-violence, man. Like I'm just trying to help. That really hurts. Can you?
Slow.
I'm like looking around to see if like.
Yeah, that kid is nowhere to be seen now. He just fucked right off. Like Kraylin, probably you saw this kid like look at that guy approaching the huge half orc and just go and leave.
Yep. So and I just have your arm and I'll let it go, but I just say slow.
Yeah, man, I mean no harm to you or your daughter, man. Like, it's cool. Hold on. I'm going to go very, very slow. Like, and I pull out just a little carving. It's not something simple. It's just a little,
Sure.
Yeah. And I'm like, here you go, little girl. And I hand it to Strippin's character.
Esme.
And I hand it to Esme. Hey, but like, I need to talk to your dad real quick, if that's cool, like just man to man. So, yeah, is that okay with you, sir? Man, you've got a grip on you, bro. Oh,
Esme's just she's look of confusion on her face. She's like, you're weird.
Well, like, thank you, I guess. I don't know what to say. I'm like looking around. I'm still like trying to like gauge what's happening here.
Yeah. Dirty man, speak plain or cease speaking.
Well, like, that's totally unfriendly, man. I'm just approaching you. I've got like a job it needs to get done, man. And like, you're so big and I thought you would be like the dude to talk to. And I'm sorry if I offended or anything, man. I'm just looking for help, man. Just please. I put my hands up. But I'm still talking directly to Payne. Like I have kind of I see this daughter, but she's a 9-year-old fucking girl. You know?
Well,
Hey, Ello, if you could try to not get us killed in the introductions.
I'm just playing my character, man.
No, he's fine. He's absolutely fine. Like I think Payne would look this guy up and down and realize this is no threat at all.
Yeah.
But I put my hand or first. Okay, I'll just play it out, I guess. I just put my hand out like this, turn around with Esme, and I walk like 5 steps away and converse with Esme. This dirty person wants to hire us for a job.
Can I hear this?
Yeah, you definitely can.
Okay, and I feel like I'm starting to pick up on a different relationship here than necessarily father-daughter. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Also, we look like nothing alike.
Yeah, I mean,
one of them's a tiefling,
orc.
one of them's a half orc.
Yeah.
Yeah. This dirty man wants
Hey, man, I don't
us for a
judge,
job.
bro. I don't judge. Anyways, sorry, Zeke.
No, that's right. This dirty man wants to hire us for a job. We need money, and I crave death.
Will it be fun?
I don't know. It will be for me.
Okay.
Turn back around, walk back up. What is the job?
Well, like, I want to explain it to you, but it would be so much easier for me, man, if we, like...
Does it pay?
Oh yeah, totally, bro. It'll pay. It'll definitely pay. I mean, we wouldn't ask you to like do anything if we weren't gonna like pay you. You know?
Will there be killing?
Oh well, like I sure hope not. Like I really hope not. But I mean, that's if it gets to that, you like that's why I want you in, man. Like you look like the dude that could handle that if it came to it.
The master wants to go, so we will go.
Oh, well, perfect, bro. Perfect. Let me just hold on. I'm like trying to collect myself.
Now, Kraylin,
Big bro, it's gonna be cool.
Kraylin, you're seeing this from off to the side. Like, when do you step in? Or do you just wait for that to all end and then you come approach after?
That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm waiting for this encounter to cool down a little bit.
Cool.
Just kind of leaning against a wall within earshot, but not really, acting like I'm paying too much attention.
Yeah.
Okay, well, listen, ma'am, and I'm like looking down at her, showing her a little respect now. Why don't you guys, and I'm looking into the sky, why don't you meet us in like an hour at the Frelka's Tavern? I would love to explain more, but like, man, I need to find more people, man. So like, just meet me there in like an hour. Is that?
Yes.
She's like got this bit of bread in her mouth. She just nods.
Okay, cool. Well, great. Do you mind? And I like walk up and I move my hand slowly. Okay, like really slowly. And I'm gonna touch your shoulder, man. Is that cool? And I'm like slowly moving in to touch your shoulder.
And I'm just going like this.
And I pull my hand back. Okay, well, like I'll do it from here. And I take a step back and I'm like, and I put my hand out almost like it's on your shoulder. I'm like, and I am one with you, bro. And then I just turn away and I just walk.
Dirty man. What do I call you?
I turn back around. Oh yeah, man, of course, I'm so rude. You can call me Cypress, man. Like, that's what you can call me.
So when I see Cypress turn around, I'm going to walk and stand right in front of him. So when he turns around, I'll be just pretty much standing still in front of him.
Okay.
Whoa, man. Hello. Where'd you come from, bro?
So I just kind of slowly look up and down and I go, friend, I heard you mentioned something of a leaf. I was wondering mayhaps if you could give me some more information on this.
Like, when did I ever say anything about a leaf, bro? Like,
you just did, friend. You just did.
Oh, of course, man. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, there's like, there's okay, listen, I would love to explain this to you, but like, I set up this meeting, man, like in an hour. So if you like want to know more, I'm all about it, man. But like, I gotta find more people. So like, I can't talk about it like right here because there's like people around here. And I'm just like looking at him and he's not saying anything to me. And I just keep like talking and I'm very uncomfortable.
So I kind of tuned in. I said, friend, you mentioned the inn, yes?
Oh yeah, the inn, definitely. It's gonna be at the Frelka's Tavern. I mean, if that's cool with you, I mean, I already set up a meeting, so it's out of my hands at this point. But if you want to know more, just meet me there. We'd love to have you. And I'm like looking him up and down.
This sounds fantastic. I will go to the inn and I will stay a while and then listen.
That's perfect, bro. And by the way, do you mind? And I like, I'm gonna touch your shoulder. Is that cool?
and I lock eye contact with him and I said, only if I can touch yours.
Absolutely, bro. In fact, I prefer that. I prefer it. And I put my hand on your shoulder and we both got our hands on each other's shoulder. I look you in the eye like dead. I'm like, and I am one with you, bro. And then
I don't know what that means, but I like it.
And I disengage and I'm like, all right, man, I've got I've got more to do, so like I'll see you
What have we
there.
done?
And as I'm walking away, I just turn around and point, and I go, "I like you, friend."
I like you too, man. You're like one of the coolest dudes I've ever met here.
I don't know what a dude is, but I'll take it. And I raise my hand and just walk away into the crowd.
And I just walk off looking for more people.
Well, before he walks off, dirty man.
Oh,
Cypress.
oh yeah, that. Yeah, man. If you could use Cypress instead of like dirty man, like it's kind of embarrassing, but thank you for acknowledging. Yeah, what's up? Yeah, talk to me, bro.
Payment. How much?
Yeah. Well, we're gonna discuss that like at the tavern. If that's
bring half of the payment now when we discuss at the tavern, and half when the job is done.
Oh well, like I don't necessarily make that decision, but like I'll figure it out, man. Okay, I'll put it all together. Okay.
You will figure it out.
Yeah, that's what I said, man. There's no need for the aggression. It's.
I just turn and I'm out. There's no need for the aggression. I can't take it. I'll just turn away. We'll meet at the tavern later.
Good. So,
aggression.
Steven, is there any chance of me actually getting half of the payment and bringing this to the tavern?
Not before the hour's up. But
okay.
Let's flash cut forwards. You're all in the tavern. You're all there. You've all got drinks if you want them. Frelka is standing over at his bar, polishing it morosely, just looking exhaustedly at this strange concoction of characters that have made their way into his tavern. I think, Cypress, you're telling them the story of how you got this job. So let me see here. Off to the east of town, on the north side of the Rayfen, a swamp that's east of Virascali, there is a. Oh, let me see. Where is it? There is there's an oracle. His name is Baldred of the Vision, and he lives in a cave that he has made nice for himself. How do you know Baldred?
Well, oh wait, I'm sorry. I'm going into my voice on accident. I don't know. How about when I came to town, I kind of went to the more rural areas, and he was one of the first people I met, and I immediately felt like I had a connection with him in nature. Something drew me to him, and so I just simply introduced myself and started a friendship with this man.
Cool. Yeah, so were you just checking in on him, and that's how you guys got started to talk about what he needs or that sort of thing? Or did you maybe ask him about the possibility of him using his oracular powers to help you with your quest?
It was a combination of two things, all right?
Yeah.
I go there about weekly, okay? And obviously I want to use his visions to help me on my quest. But at the same time, he's got some of the best herbal medicine that I've seen around besides my own stuff. So he's fun to powwow with.
Yeah.
And, as it's kind of a side thing we powwow, but yes, using his visions, obviously trying to find the Omega Leaf.
Yeah, so I guess maybe let's see that scene where you come to him and he and you want to make that request. Can you help me with with my quest? Can you give me a vision? So yeah, you knock on the door and from the inside you hear Baldred's voice. Who is it? Who's there?
Hey man, it's me, Cypress. I'm just stopping by.
Oh, Cypress, shit, man. Yeah, are you alone?
Oh yeah, man, you know me. I just little old Cypress, bro.
Yeah, okay, here. And you hear glasses clattering and stuff like that. And then the leather hanging over the opening of the cave sweeps aside, and you see Cypress there, and he's in like a knit wool outfit. It's like he's got like leather pants and a knit wool like sweater that's like multicolored and striped in like zigzag patterns. He's not wearing any shoes.
This guy sounds fabulous.
Yeah, he is. And
He does.
like the inside is super cozy. There's like little knickknacks all over the wall, and there's like stuff hanging on strings from the ceiling. He brings you in. He says, "Cypress, listen. I know that you're more into like less processed, refined stuff, but you've really gotta try this. I was just under for about 3 hours of the most vivid visions you have ever seen. It is really incredible."
Well, Bulger, I trust you, bro. So like, let's do this. But first, man, and I put my hand on your shoulder. I am one with you, bro.
And he puts his hand on your shoulder and he says, "And also with you, bro."
All right, man. Let's go on a journey.
Yeah. He brings you inside. And he's got this like crazy like alchemical contraption that's like stapled to the wall. There's like alembics and retorts and like filters and files all over. He's got like stuff dripping into things that filter down through like collections of rock and stuff. Anyway, like it's all filtering down into one tiny test tube. And there's like one drop that's just hanging there, and he points to it. He says, that right there, my friend, that's the product of the last 6 hours. 6 hours of work just to get that one little drop. But, Cypress, it's going to blow your mind, man. It's going to really open your mind to the universe.
Hey, Bulger, do you mind if I like take a look, man? Like, do you mind? I just want to look at it. I just want to inspect it a little bit.
Yeah. Go. Look.
Oh man, I'm looking at it and everything. What gives it this like vibrant blue color, man?
You know what, Cypress, you'd probably like this. I haven't shown this to you yet, but here, come with me. And there's another flap in the back of his hut, his cave hut here, that you've never been in, but like sometimes you come in unannounced and he just comes like bursting out of it. But he pulls it aside and he says, "Here, come with me, man. Come with me."
I follow.
Yeah, and he takes you down this like twisting hallway that just carves down deep into the earth, and you're carving first through like thick clay and then straight bored down through stone. And like Cypress didn't make this, and it certainly doesn't look natural, but you don't know what could possibly have bored through the stone like this. Anyway, you spiral down. It takes you like 8 minutes to walk down.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Real quick. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Are things like normal? Like, does it feel normal to me, this visit? Is it a little off? Like anything from my passives or?
Yeah, that would be more like an insight to see if he's like all above board. If you want to roll an insight check, then you can.
Yeah, you know what? Let's test the waters. I need to kind of get this rolling thing down out of the character.
So
sheet
next to your insight skill. Oh, and all of you, did you know in the upper left-hand corner of your character sheet, there's those little two boxes. You can click that icon to pop it out, and then drag that onto a second screen if you have one, or something like that.
So it looks like 18. I think, right?
No, so here's the way this works, right? And I haven't explained this to you, so
that's fine.
There's advantage and disadvantage, which means if you have advantage, you can roll 2d20 and take the best one. If you have disadvantage, you're rolling 2, taking the worst one. The way this works is anytime you roll normally, you're using the first result listed. Anytime you have advantage, you use the best result listed. Anytime you have disadvantage, you use the worst result.
Oh, that wasn't like the roll and then my add. These were two separate rolls, so we took 10.
Yep. Yeah, gotcha. So you took 10. So like, you're not really getting anything. It seems like maybe Cypress, like he just knows you enough that he's willing to finally show you something really neat. But he doesn't feel, sketchy or anything like that.
Okay, perfect. I'm all in.
The alchemist is Baldric and Cypress is Ello, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I've been doing a little bit of mixing up.
Okay. It's okay.
Baldric pulls you down, and finally after 5 or 6 minutes of walking down this large spiral corridor, you get to the bottom. And there's a large cavern with a pool in the center. And all around the pool are growing small patches of like tender fronds that are very thin and feathery. And then also like small clusters of glowing blue mushrooms. Up on the ceiling, like as you step into this like sound dead chamber, there's like no echoes in here at all. You see the pool ripple as a droplet falls from the ceiling, and you look up, and there's a large serpent coiled on the ceiling amongst a series of roots there, and its mouth is open and it appears to be sleeping, and venom is just dripping off of its fangs into this pool. Blook.
Would this be something that would alarm me as a druid?
I think that's up to you. Like, the serpent doesn't look like it's enslaved or enchained or anything like that.
Okay.
And then just like the stuff that you're seeing, like it just looks like the horticulture of very exotic herbs and mushrooms.
Oh well, I look at Baldr and I say, you know what, Baldr, man, like you never cease to amaze me and make me miss my home. This is beautiful, man. Look at this. This is incredible. And I start kind of looking around and trying not to poke too much and being polite, but I obviously am interested.
He puts a gentle hand on your chest. He says, man, listen, my friend, you know, I don't want to walk around in here too much. This stuff's really sensitive. But listen, that pool there, it's not a spring, right? I bring water down here every day, 2 or 3 times a day, and you can actually see there's a number of buckets lining on one of the walls. And I have to keep that pool filled, or else all these plants I'm growing down here, they just straight up wither and die like that, just like that, man, just like a flash. All my work gone.
Oh, bro.
Listen, Cypress, I heard a rumor. And he like looks around just to check, make sure nobody can hear him. It's just the two of you. He says, listen, man, I heard a rumor out on Lake Moran. It's about a day and a half, 2 days southeast of here. They say that somewhere out on the lake, there's an island. The fishermen know how to find it. And on this island, there's a vessel. And it's an ever-flowing vessel of water, man. The water just pours out constantly.
Whoa. That sounds incredible.
And if you can get it and bring it back for me, I'll pay you 200 gold. I've got it, man. I'm good for it. I could show it to you right now. I'll pay 200 gold if you bring me that vessel.
Listen, man. Like, I put my hand back on your shoulder, like, say no more, bro. You know me, like, gold means nothing to me, man. Like, I'm here for you because you're my friend, man. And you know what? I think we'll need the gold. You know, we're gonna need it, but I'm gonna need help, man. This sounds like something I'm gonna need help. So let's use that to like get other people, man. And like, let's do it that way. But for me, you're my friend, man. You're my friend. And I would do this for you for free because I am one with you.
And also with you, Cypress. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, man. That would be such a help. And that would really help me focus on, I think my Oracle business would really take off if I didn't have to spend so much time in the growing business. You know what I'm saying?
As long as you're cultivating the most amazing plants that help people, I'm here for you, man. I'm here.
Excellent. And I think that's where like that scene ends, and you're all sitting in Frelka's tavern, and like, what do you look like when you finish that story, Cypress?
I look almost like I'm in pain, like at the thought of these, mushrooms and other visionary herbs that they're not going to, because I view Baldr as like an artist, and it's like he doesn't have the paint, and it's killing me because it's something that I care about. So when I'm telling them this, I'm getting kind of emotional, I may be a little more into it than the normal person would be, but I do mention the 200 gold, towards the end, you know, as like a side thing almost, you know, like that isn't even.
When you were telling the story, did you include the part where you were like, I don't need money, man. I don't want it. Or were you just like, oh, and he told us he'd pay us 200 gold?
No. I tell him I have the 200 gold, guys. That's all you guys. Like, that's cool. Like, for you, like, it's not me. It's not my thing.
Okay.
I just care about people, man.
What do y'all think?
Well, this is happening at Froko's?
Yeah.
Okay.
You just heard that story.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I kind of looking up and down, and your friend, this sounds admirable. And maybe later we could talk about what your friend does. I'd love to talk to him myself.
Yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely, dude. Yeah, once everything's done, I'll introduce, you know?
Thank you, friend. I will give you the fee of the finders. Yes.
Oh, that's no problem, man. You're good. You're good, man. You're good.
So I take Esme aside. Numbers. Is this enough?
Yeah.
Okay. How much do I get now?
All of it.
Okay. Walk back.
And also, just as good tidings, I go ahead and I start to cast a spell very carefully, and I cast some good berries, and I start to distribute the good berries.
Now, hold on. How fast is that spell cast?
I go very slow.
No.
You...
Like, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, because this is like I've seen her do it, and I've seen her do like dastardly, like awful shit with her spells. Because
fair enough.
You're damaged, right, Esme?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm guessing I've seen you do stuff before.
Yeah.
It's within an action, so it might happen so quick you might not even get to react. But it's
right, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
it's an action, so about 6 seconds.
Cool.
Yeah. So like,
grip my maul.
It's probably the sort of thing where like he casts the spell and like you whip out your weapon and then he opens his hand and there's just some berries there or something like that, and you're like,
all right. Well, then I grab like the like if he has him out like this.
Yeah.
Like I grab the underside of his wrist.
You're very primal, man. Like, yeah. Oh, okay, we'll have a few. Like, yeah, man, that's what they're there for.
It's delicious. It feels as filling as a full meal. It tastes fantastic. By the way, Frelka over at the counter, he sort of like looks over in your direction. He says, "Hey, no magic in here. No magic. Oh, and then he just goes back to polishing the countertop.
My bad, man. Would you like a good berry? I offer it to him.
What?
As he says that, I kind of lift my hand and mage hand a berry over to the bartender and just kind of give him a thumbs up. Without
hey man, it's on the house.
He picks it out of the air.
Get it, bro?
He says, "No magic," and then he just squishes the berry on the counter. And I think that's where we should take our first break.
Okay. I can't wait to ask for all the money.
Yeah, we'll come back.
I love that, all of it. Okay,
and we'll go for a 5-minute break, and we'll see what else happens today on the craziest West Marches ever.